Yep. What going on? It's your boy Jah and
It's Crucian Galaxy. Good night.
we in the building. We in the building. This is another episode of the Same Difference podcast. It's a special Valentine's Day episode. The thing about it is, you see, Neci got her shades on. Can you tell the people why you got her shades at nighttime?
Got my hater blockers because it's Valentine's.
She blocking off Cupid's arrows, and you don't know it's fuck love when it comes to me. So it's only our guests that gonna be talking about. They're gonna be talking about love. So it's gonna be an interesting one. We got I don't know if I could even call him this. The artist formerly known as Date Like Daren.
Oh my god.
There's rumors he bringing it back. It back. I'm just saying. But we got Daren Georges, aka Bear, aka Teddy Bear of Love, backstage waiting to come talk to you.
That's some links. Teddy Bear of Love.
Yeah, the Teddy Bear of Love. Listen, I think you missed the whole radio station thing where he got pet name about bears and stuff. You missed it.
I saw it.
I don't think you were
I
there.
didn't miss it. I saw it.
You saw it when he was talking about his little green-eyed monster. You checked it out.
I saw it.
Okay.
I was listening.
All right. Well, he's backstage. We're going to bring him on. We're going to ask him a couple questions. You know, we go. It's a great conversation. It's going to be a great episode. We'll be right back after these messages. There he is. There's the guy. Big Daren in the building. Thank you for showing the love. Thank you. Hey,
thanks for having me.
Of course.
I send in nothing but Valentine's Day rays to your way.
Man,
Don't let me play my song. Don't let me play my song.
Play the song.
How many options you got? I mean, it's too many options. Get a cash on his body, your class started. Bitch, and I the Bible of God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and chill. Certified boogeyman, I'm not running up the store. Walking down the whole time, I know they got some more. This your shit, put in the car.
Wow.
So,
she hyped tonight. What happened?
I ain't surprised. The V people, I always have something against Valentine.
Oh God, we still doing that.
The whole time, V people. So,
since last year, you say you were gonna stop dating. Since last year,
you see, I was on that train, and then they start messing with me. So full petty mode, you know, I gotta kind of bring it back a little bit. But I didn't say the full thing. I just kept it at V. That's all I did.
You know what we V people the tank? This is what we V people the tank.
You know what's the funniest thing? The V people that said they're the most unbothered, but it'd be the most bothered people. So make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because, you know, because we are the only people. We unbothered because we're the only people.
Y'all starting a whole thing, isn't? Y'all starting a whole.
But that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for.
All right, yo.
We the only people.
Oh God, this is Valentine's Day episode, and you done started her up. First of all, we're here today to talk about Valentine's, love, romance, all of that. So we got the guy himself, everybody's favorite dating correspondent. First, I need to know: are you still date like Daren, or that's scraps? Talk to me.
You know what? I'm still date like Daren. I was recently. Inspired. So I think bring it back. Just I'm gonna change the approach and do it slowly over a period of time. But date like Daren is back. We back in this building. We
Oh
back.
shit, you heard it here first. I'm saying difference. Date like Daren is back in the building, baby.
Yeah, I had to do a
Why
little
Yoshi said
hiatus,
nah.
you know. I had to do a little hiatus, you know, but I'm back.
Hey, quick story time, right? So Daren had been on the show with me and George. After the show,
Mhm.
me and George gave this man what I think were like the best. It was like the best advice I think Daren could have ever gotten for the direction his show could have went. You know what Daren do after that? He stopped doing date like Daren.
No, honestly, like,
Was that
yeah,
the direction you gave him?
big up to
No.
you. But you know, there was a lot of stuff that was going on, and it was really distracting from the message. So I put,
Okay.
you know, sometimes you got to put stuff down for a little bit, let whatever was going on simmer out, and bring it back better
Mm-hmm.
than ever. So like, I think the one thing is I wanted to, because it was too much of a focus on me and not the actual message, which was to go and date. And here are these amazing places you could go and take a date. Here's some amazing ideas. So I
There you
want
go.
the focus versus you trying to figure out who I dating or who figuring out what am I doing. Is like
There you go.
stick to the message. Stick to the message. So that's my thing. Is that's the effect that I'm trying to get. Now that I try and bring it back, it's not about me. It's really about go on dates. It's very important. Go on dates.
There we go. And that's and shout out to you. That is the direction we told him. Before he canceled it, that was actually the direction we told him to don't make it about you and who you're dating and get people wondering who fingernails holding the glass and them kind of thing. We want it focused on, this is where you could take someone today. This is a beautiful spot, you know what I'm saying, and this is how much food costs and take a, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that day. That's what we did tell him to do. And also shout out to you. Shout out to you. Big up Dialogue 340. That's big. Love the production. It's major.
Hey, I just want you guys to know when you come back at Island and Neci's still around, I want both of you guys to come on.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do. But when I come home, it'll be booked. It'll be a little booked and busy when I come home because it'll be a lot of stuff to go and things to do and people to see. But yes,
just let me in advance, so I can, because this time is like an actual production and stuff, so there's a lot of moving parts. So just let me know in advance, so I can make it happen.
For sure. What you were going to say, Neci? Like you were going to say something slick. Say. All right, but yeah, big up yourself. Shout out Dialogue 340. We will check in when we get it.
I started. Yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
There we go. Hey, let's jump right into it now, right? Why should people even care about Valentine's Day? Is Valentine's Day even a big deal?
Let me go with Neci first. I want to hear her answer.
Neci, listen, she got her fuck Cupid glasses. You deaf? But go ahead.
I just want to hear why.
Because he didn't ask me, but he asked somebody else either. So anyway, never mind. I just joking, people. Don't take that. Don't. I be messy tonight, so don't take nothing I said literally, please. Disclaimer. No, but I think if love is important to you, celebrate love. It's celebrate being loved. If it's a special day or a regular day, whatever that day is, and that's what you want to do is to be celebrating and love, like do it. I'm 100% behind Black love, especially as a community of Black people. I am 100% seeing Black love and seeing it being celebrated, seeing it be embraced. And I want us to continue doing that, just even if it's Valentine's Day or any regular day of the year. Like, I think if it matters to you, make it count. And that's what's most important.
There you go. Yoshi in the chat, she says, first off, I don't discriminate, but these men want to date and have wives or a woman and swear money could make you or make you do as they please. Hey, if money wasn't moving, listen, money to move people. First of all, money does move. When it come time, carnival is round the corner. Money moving, feathers moving. I don't like don't cap. And first of all, don't just discriminate like that. I feel like that I need to make accommodations for the other people who ain't single in the day.
So
I
got a
could pay for
question.
my own costume
I
myself.
got a question for you, right? The men that have women, are they honest
Mm-hmm.
upfront about it, or do they tell you
Mm.
after the fact?
9 out of 10 times they're not honest and upfront about it.
Which
Hey,
that'll be the problem.
also keep in mind that in the Virgin Islands, for every 100 women, there's 85 men. So that might be to why the dating pool is so off. But carry on. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll say I think it depends. Going back to the question of Valentine's Day is important. I think it depends on the person, right? So for me, I'll just keep it short. Valentine's Day might be important because he never took the time to celebrate the love, intimacy and those kind of things. So maybe the Valentine's Day is that thing that you need to remind yourself, all right, let me celebrate my lady, my guy, whatever the case is. But if you're a person that does it on a regular basis, Valentine's Day is another reminder, but it's like another day. So I think um, multiple things could be true in here, but I always say like for me, I did go on the vibes of the person that I'm dating, or if in some cases multiple ladies, but we're gonna go there right now. But I think is just treat it as a day. Is a day to remember to show appreciation. This person's part of your life. Celebrate it.
So personally, I don't think Valentine's Day is a big deal. And maybe it's because I'm older, because as you get older, it loses some of its significance. When you're fresh out of high school, you're 19, 20, 21, your late 20s even, you don't have that many Valentine's Days under your belt. When you start getting up into your 40s and 50s and stuff now, you got decades of Valentine's Days, and now it's like, damn, what do I even get anymore? You know what I'm saying? In between the birthdays, the anniversaries, all that other stuff that's passed. What now? You know what I'm
You know,
saying? Now it's become like a chore. But what happened?
no, sad. Let me offer a kind of argument, right? So, my grandparents, God rest in peace for both of them, right? To both of them, they were my best examples of what Valentine's Day were. Like they were used to do things for
Mm-hmm.
each other. Like my grandfather used to get my grandma favorite flowers. My
Mm-hmm.
grandma might make her his favorite meal. So sometimes I think what is the distracting part is the grand theatrics of Valentine's Day and what they put it out to be. But sometimes you just
Okay.
keep it simple. It's just another day to show, hey, I appreciate you. So I think once we keep it to that basic level and not go into all the histrionics and the theatrics of it, it's just another day just to show love. That's all it is. But that's my best example of like Valentine's Day. They made it a day that they make sure they celebrate each other. So, I just think it just comes down to the people. I don't know if it's necessary age or whatever the case is. It's just if two people are putting in an effort, then it could be an amazing day. It could be a simple day,
Mm-hmm.
but just a day of remembrance.
Now, here's the thing with that for me. If you're a person, like I prefer spontaneity. Like I
Mhm.
think that it somebody that would do that on just a regular Tuesday, I think it becomes more special than you had a year to plan. You know what I'm saying? Like I prefer spontaneity. If you were to, for me, I don't need nothing big. Most guys, in my opinion, most guys don't want a lot. You know what I'm saying? But if you could write me a letter or something like that, there, and you just gave it to me, it didn't have to be Valentine's Day. That would have a deeper effect on me than if you got me this stuff on Valentine's Day because we know it's coming. You know, when you're expecting something, I think it has less of a punch. But again, that's just me. And then what if you do have somebody who like you have to kind of top yourself every time? Now it's really a chore. You know what I mean? So I understand where you're coming from, where your grandparents, they made it a special day. But what about the other 364 days? Not saying I'm sure that they showed love all the time, but I
Mhm.
think there's other people who Valentine's Day, like you said, is a reminder that you haven't been romantic the rest of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just like, and I don't want to agree with Darren, but I agree. But I think it's important to not just important. I think like I honestly feel like it's just a superficial materialistic day. it's not centered about the love that a couple typically shares. And like you said, it's like an like to outdo what I did last year. Like it should be a celebration of our love and the things that I know that you love and that we love together. Like, you know, if it only matters where, like if it matters where he takes you for dinner and all, like, is it about the dinner? Is it about the person you're with? For me, I treat myself well. So I go to nice restaurants all the time. But I could go to McDonald's and get some hot fries and drive down to Amsterdam ice cream and get me gooseberry, and I'm happy too. So, but not everybody has a wide variety of things that they can just lean back on to be like, I live on both ends of the spectrum. However, I don't like to go to restaurants on Valentine's Day because everybody else there. I want to be in an intimate place with you where we can talk. I can hear you. We're free to just be. Not that people can't be there, but you know, it's full. It's maxed out. It's meals coming out. I like my meal cooked properly. I want my meal made with love. I don't want it fast produced because the restaurant's full. Like I don't want my drink coming out like half done because they're mixing 700 drinks at the restaurant. Like, I don't like any of that. I like it to mean what it's supposed to mean. So if it's like, let's do lunch for Valentine's Day and have a intimate dinner at home or something, I'm more fine with that than going to the restaurant. You know what I mean? On that particular day. But I'm a person that I'm going to spoil you throughout the year. So you're never waiting for Valentine's Day to feel spoiled. That's not to me. That's not me.
Man. And to piggyback off of what you said about the McDonald's thing, I think that social media has really put a friggin' like heavy weight on our backs. There's a need almost to show off and, you know, top other people. So now it's not even just you and what you did last year. No, you gotta try and top yourself for your girl to post you. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think that we've gotten away from those little dates. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I've had the best time with someone just sitting in the car. Just sitting, talking, reminiscing, get a little cheap bottle of wine or whatever, drinking, eating something inexpensive like McDonald's, and it's the company. But we've gone so far away from that, we're looking at the quote-unquote experience instead of the company, which I think, like Daren, am I tripping there? Because it seemed like you use a proponent of making the date an experience. But in your experiences, have we stopped looking at the person in front of us?
You know, you said something that sparked a thought in me, right? I think a lot of times, and you hear it, and there's like this undertone thing, this thing where there's like this demand of this grand first date. And like you said, like sometimes it's just something simple. It could be a sign. If she demanding that, she probably don't like you. If we're being really honest. What she wants you to impress her enough to start to venture into places like you. But if she's demanding all that stuff and you're not feeling the reciprocity of it, like you're not feeling the energy, and there's all these demands, that's probably a sign that she doesn't like you. And I think one of those things I started to practice more is like simple first dates. Like that's you know, off the rip, when we start talking, I'm gonna try to get to know you on some level. Say something for that first date, and we're interacting. So it's nothing too crazy. It might be a coffee date, it might be a little brunch date, whatever the case. It's nothing too crazy. Sometimes you gotta embrace that because you want to see if there's some genuine kind of vibe. And I think too, like sometimes people use that big date to send a representative out as to like, hey, you get with me, I'm gonna take you on these fancy dates. And so and you can't even maintain it because $200, $300, $400 date. You may be able to do that once every couple of months. Now you can't maintain it. Now you're trying to slim down to the let me go for McDonald's stuff
into your budget.
And then you set a precedent that you can't maintain, and then she will still leave. So hey,
don't be out there introducing your money and then trying to introduce yourself after. You know, that's a good way to get boobs. You check. Like, don't start off with some type of motion that you cannot maintain. I don't care. That first date, you're trying to show who you are, not what you pay for. You get what I'm saying? And I think we have kind of lost the plot there. Jerica, I think, has said something I want to touch on. I personally don't buy into the temporary stuff, but I would appreciate the heck out of a little something big or small. As long as it comes from my person, I'll be good. In your experiences, does it seem like there is a wide range? There's a lot of women out there that is like, I've never done this, I've never had this, and it don't be nothing crazy, you know. They don't be talking about no helicopter ride. Like, I've never had a man just, take me to the beach or do a picnic. I've never had a man just pull out a blanket, he got the food, the wine and stuff there. Those things aren't very expensive. They aren't. But in your experiences, are you seeing like a lot more women getting up in age and still haven't done those things?
Yeah, it still exists. Like, I'll tell you, like, in my dating experiences, like, I'm actually, like, if you're talking about like full dating experience, I'm some of their very first dates. Like, that's still a thing. And and this is women in my age group, older, whatever. Like, even like, I'll give a share example. Like, a woman I was dating, I just like say, I appreciate the time we spent. As I randomly sent her flowers, um, to her, home, and she was like bawling, like, this, nobody has ever done this for me. So I think one of the words I was gonna use later on, but I'm gonna start with this. As fellas, I think we need to be more intentional, right? We have to be intentional about what we do, right? So are we actually intentionally trying to get to know this person versus, hey, you look good, I want to talk to you, right? Some people really want that connection, right? Some of these things that these things that we did when we was teenager in our 20s are long past now. Like, people want things that feel real. They want to experience more than just going on this fancy date and looking nice. Like, they want somebody that they know that really got them, that gets their spirit, who they could tap into, be intimate, be vulnerable. So these are the things that we have to look out for. And I think for both sides, because I've seen, I'll do all these things and it's not really received well because this person never been in that position to do it and they don't know how to receive somebody being intentional with them as well. So I think both sides have to work on the romantic part. We gotta do better both ways.
That's facts, because there's a lot of men out there too who like, I've never had a woman pay for like a meal for me or nothing like that. I can't relate. But there are guys that say that. And it kind of makes me wonder, okay, are you sure you're dating women that like you? Are
But
you sure?
I'll say this, like, it's happened to me. I've done pretty well, right? But even like, it's still a shocker to me because it's like there's always this intention. This guy he gonna take kind of day. He got paid for everything. He has to take the charge on all those things. So to me, it'll still hit me in the heart a little bit. Like, wait, you gonna take care of this? You sure you got this? No, it's still no. Like if you really have to do a poll, like how many guys have ever been like treated without, like, just off the
Yeah,
rip? Like, she says she got
I
it.
will.
Hey, you should, because I don't think a
I
lot
will.
of ladies realize that in this dating thing, they don't reciprocate a lot. They expect and they have this fantasy of how it's gonna go, and then they don't put nothing forward to it. So I think about it as a person, as a human being, you want that reaction. You want that to make sure that you go in the right direction. And if you ain't gain nothing back but like thank you or whatever, you're gonna feel like, yeah, I don't know if this person for me. Like, is she just doing this just to get the nice things, or she's trying to appreciation back? And I think the ladies gotta be careful of that because guys are kind of getting more hip on reciprocation.
Facts. Nisi, what about you? What is something that is really, it's not a big move. Like, he don't have to go rent an elephant for you, but you still have not received it.
Something I've not received that I've wanted.
Yeah, and it's like, ain't no big deal. Like, this is something you could do. Why hasn't it happened? What's happening?
I don't
All right, we'll
know.
get back to you. I'll read some of these comments. Yoshi says, I've had some real romantic dates, but it was all for show and ain't no vibes. They tried, and I wasn't mad. Things ain't worked out. When one gone, another one born. Gaza, she Stevenson. You see these girls, these little tuggy girls. I can't,
Never, never did, man.
These fucking tuggies, dog. My first date ever was a walk through Sunny Isle. Go to the movies and walk some more. Listen, back in the day, high school time, trip to Wendy's, like movies, little kiss up behind said, woohoo! Like
And they
that
had
was
we had the
aces.
little food shack in Sunny Isles. Like we had a food shack in
Yes,
Sunny Isle right there, right outside the
man.
movie. So you could have buy a little food shack before you go in the movie. So you have to buy the
Exactly.
expensive. Yeah. You know,
Man
back
ain't
to
had
your
no
question that I don't
cars.
want to
We ain't had
overlook.
no house. Go ahead.
No. I was thinking
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
can't think I really can't think of anything simple that I always wanted that a person's never done for me. Like I'm thinking of it, I'm feeling like I'm very fortunate to say that because like pulling doors and pulling chairs and planning dates and buying me the little things that they know I like and like dropping them for me on a random day and thinking of you, and I've done all of that. But I wanted to tap on what she just said too. A guy could plan a whole romantic date and don't want you.
Mm.
So
Mm.
because he romantic, don't mean you the one. That just could just be his rules. That could just be him. He gonna
Yeah.
take you to a nice wine and dine because he know his odds are better than that. He gonna work out in his
Facts.
favor.
Facts.
So I don't let the fact that a guy could plan a romantic date be the thing that piques my interest.
Mm. Thank you for saying that, because you'll get tricked out your spot. You think because he spent a lot of money, okay, let me not say you. There are women that think because he spends a lot of money that he is automatic, like you're the one. No, a man with money can spend money. That doesn't mean that you're the one.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean you're the investment. You're just he's diversifying his portfolio. You get what I'm saying? So don't get tricked out your spot. That's real talk.
And one
So
thing they
don't
do
look
when the
down.
stocks drop, they sell and move on, buy new stock.
Oh, and you better believe that return on investment better be worth it, or you gonna get dropped. And then he'll look to buy the dip. You check me, but whatever. My first date ever was a walkthrough. Yeah.
I want to propose a counter argument.
Hold up. Jah did not just woohoo us. Yes, I sure did. You're lucky I sitting down, because I would have did the little feet kick thing where you jump and woohoo. But yeah, we gonna go send easy.
No, Darren's gonna say something.
Oh, Daren.
Right. Let's say we go on this fancy date, whatever, and we take her out, whatever, and nothing happens after that, right? Sometimes there don't be nothing there. Sometimes I took her on this date and he was blander than you were just bland. You didn't give me anything. You were just, yeah, okay, that's nice. Give me one-liners, and I wasn't feeling the vibe. Sometimes it could be like there was nothing there in that date. Yeah, I may have went out and did all of this, and there was nothing there. Sometimes it's fine. Like I think there was something I heard, like sometimes we think there's a positive result from going on a date, and sometimes it's not. The result was we weren't compatible. I'm not going any further. And it's not I think like her per se, because it could also be him, or it could be the both of them. But sometimes there's nothing there.
And like Jah said earlier, your phone representative and your in-person representative might not be the same representative. So how we talk on the phone or how we text in and how our energy interacts in person is two very different things. And I hate to say this, for some women, like, you know, I know they always like to feel like it's always the man, like, oh, it's he, because why he want me? Not everybody. Circuses have prizes. Be careful what kind of prize you want to be. That's all I would say. Like, I ain't trying to shit on nobody. I'm just saying, know what kind of prize. Know what kind of prize you want to be, because there's people who can afford prices at all levels, and all people that go. Somebody might go and buy go buy actionaire things for $5 million because they just can't, because they just feel like in the mood to buy something.
Yeah.
And some people will take, but get 2-for-1 hot dog deal because that's what they can afford to do. There's different kind of prizes, different kind of.
But you know what? I think. Sorry to interrupt. I think one of those things that I was intentional about when I became in this dating journey is just being transparent and being myself from the jump. So there's no representative. You can't say there was some change up. Like, I want you to authentically choose me, right? And I come from a place of gratitude, right? Sometimes I'm just not it. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Maybe there might be something wrong with your taste, but we don't go there. But maybe it's just I'm not your flavor, right? Right? And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And I think too, like, we have to, like, I think for me, like, the one of those things that I was intentional about is to authentically get to know this person, right? It ain't just because she look good. It ain't because, I see the way she look at the dress when I was passing by and I really like to see it. Like, I want to get to know the person, right? So for me, that's where my authenticity comes from, is I, one, going to show you who I am and be transparent about it. 2, I'm going to be honest about my styles. And 3, I am going to take the time to get to know you because I'm actually interested in knowing the person beyond the hair, the nails. I want to know what's the content of your character and your heart. So that's really important to me too. If you make me feel good, that's something that's important for me.
You see, what's funny here, right, is that's supposed to be the whole reason for courting, dating, and everything. The fact that you guys say, hey, I want to get to know you, like, that's the point. This is the getting to know you courting stage. Why can't we just start there? Why are you insulted by a coffee date suggestion? I don't know you. And then is people really mad? Like, no, you knew who I was when you asked me out. No, that's what we're trying to do. We could start with coffee and then we could get to know each other. And as the dates go by and we up, yeah, cool. But no, it seems like people don't know how to decipher between somebody just wasting your time and somebody that generally is interested. Like, do you not understand that when somebody is listening to you, really listening, you can look at them and see that they're intently digesting what they say, and then judging by their responses, that person heard me. But you ain't gonna never notice them things if you're concerned with the ambiance. If you're going to the restaurant strictly based on how the food tastes, how much the drinks cost, and all of that stuff, you'll never see who's in front of you. And then when he end up knocking you off, even after the full $500, and he ghosts you now you're vexed. He wasted my time. No, that was the goal. And you weren't paying attention.
And you know what's really important?
You're passionate though.
No, but it's true. And you know what's the interesting thing? There's a lot of guys that enjoy the pursuit, but don't know what happens when you actually get this lady now. You were taught to pursue, to hunt. Remember the topic for last week? To hunt.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. Next week on the 18th, we're talking about our men hunters. So how you tune in for that? But go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, we're taught to pursue the hunt, but a lot of us weren't taught how to keep.
Hey, you gotta understand. Some hunters, right? They go out, they catch fish. What do they do? Toss them back. Like, you get caught, go back. That's okay. That's part of the game too. You know what I'm saying? And like, people saying, "Oh, this man." I've seen women post, why after 3 weeks, like, the conversation stops or they stop talking to me. You ain't realize yet this man got to know you and don't like you. You ain't realize if that's happened from multiple people, maybe it's you. Maybe no.
You know what the thing is? Some people don't know how to deal with rejection.
True. That's true. And that, men, y'all need to learn that too. Facts. But go ahead, Neci.
I'm gonna say they don't know how to identify that they're consistently picking the things that they don't want. Because you can't keep saying why that happened to me, and why Daren do this, and why Jah do me that, and why so and so do me this. And it's like, but in every equation, use a common denominator. So how do you not see that it's what you're also accepting, or what you're giving out is what you're getting back in? And another thing is too, like and as women sometimes, and it's fine. We just say what we want, and then we just say we want something, but we don't go back to the other thing that we know don't work for us.
Thank you, Neci. You're on a brownie point for me for that. Thank you. Listen, you know how there's a lot. I want to say people, because both men and women, we're not honest. First, if you can't even be honest with somebody else if you ain't honest with yourself. That's how bad it is. How can you be honest to anybody else if you ain't even honest with yourself? You know much time ladies will be like, I think there was a clip last year where a girl like, yeah, I wanted this and this and that, and the dude actually did it, and she like told her homegirls in the group message, yo, I think this guy is corny.
Corny. Yeah.
And then she went back and said, you know what, guys? It ain't him. I just ain't ish.
But I mean, come on.
You should make DM, they're gonna tell you.
What? Wait, what?
She ask me who you are talking about. I tell her just DM me, I'm gonna tell her.
You better not. But so let me read these comments because they're going in on the chat. I mean, you want to skip over everybody. All right. Jerica says, I want to paint and sip erotic canvases with the people that man.
Ooh, and that's on my list of things to do. I like that. Yes.
You can check out Eliana. She get that kind of stuff.
That would be dope.
Yo, hit her up for real. Yes, and this what I does be talking about. That's why I said money don't move me. Jamal Burke says, I once did the hotel room with the jacuzzi, chocolates, and the heart layout to hear no one ever did this for me before. To be fair, that's not a small move. That's kind of a big player move. I'll say that.
Correct.
But I'm not surprised. That's the thing, because you listen, when you hear a woman 35 and not talking about I never been on a date, never, and you get children.
I've encountered it. Yes.
Woo!
I was
surprised how many women never even been to a hotel.
What?
Minga, like, that's a player move. I might have to copy that one. Yeah, Jamal, big up to yourself.
You never did that, Daren? Mr. Date like that?
No, I haven't. Honestly speaking,
might need to change it to date like Jamal. But what you
saying? I wanted to take and learn from other people, man.
Okay, that's what's up. So you saying there's women that never been to a hotel?
Probably in dating, absolutely.
Y'all know how I feel about this next comment, right? I feel date should be 50-50. If you buy drinks, I'll feed us. I'm
for whoever acts should pay. I am, but I also don't mind planning something. I don't understand how we don't understand that men want to feel special too, and that fills their cup to keep making us feel special.
Thank you,
energy.
You know what?
Bars today.
I pass on Neci at this point.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Thank you.
It's a shame. She's blocking out bullshit with that.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
That's bars. That's bars. I'll give you that. But I think that whoever invites should definitely pay. That's the simplest. Like how do you argue with that? You gonna invite me out to use my money? No.
But my one catalyst to that is someone will take that and never ask. So men, if she never offer either, you need to be paying attention. Even if she offer when you go, you still take care of the bill. I know you would have appreciated the gesture of what she did and what she did to take you out. Because some men just want to pay them, they want to take care of their women, and that's okay. So even if you still go out and take care of the bill, even when she plans the whole thing, unless she prepaid for things, depending on what it is, of course, then you need to be like, babe, I get like you pay the bill at the end of the day, but he would appreciate that gesture. He will appreciate you planning it out, arranging the whole thing. Like guys want to feel special too, and And I think it's important for us to prioritize that. I mean, yeah, you're important. Mama, you're important. He important too. That's why some of us still single. Not us, like, but some of us,
But you know what? I'm at this point, right? Fellas, if the lady said they're gonna do something for you, just accept it. You go in this macho man, no, I don't want nothing. Or
that's easier said than done for some.
Yeah.
It's
I
easier
get it.
Some
said
people
than done
just
for some.
no.
You have to
I
let
agree with
go.
you, Daren, but you have
Yeah.
you're a guy, and the egos and these things that play into men that they're not so willing and easily to just accept certain things because it's ingrained in them. And I think it's important to sometimes just do and then he would appreciate it versus saying, because they're never going to accept it.
But
Some
you know
guys are
what?
just not going to accept it.
But I think it's important for us to talk about it, like
True.
yeah, because it's okay to accept it, right? She wants to invest into you. Accept the gift.
True.
Let her pay for the date. Let her plan a date and then just say show up and you're whatever it is. Like, just it's okay. You don't have to. Yeah, maybe your father, your uncle tell you don't do that, but that's their time. They had a different time. This is entirely different experience. It's okay.
Very.
Let the lady
Try telling a 45-year-old St. Lucian man that day. Let's see how that goes. Jerica says, text me. Exactly. Text me is not real life me 100%. Okay, maybe 80%.
What she's saying is the text me version is not my real life version, is what she's saying.
Hey, and some are boring in person. You're fun on Facebook and boring in person. So that's another thing. I'm not talking about you.
I know you're not, but when you said it, I had a few names pop into mind when you said
exactly, and that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Because if me saying it puts a face in your mind, you're boring. You're boring.
It put more than one face in my mind, which is sad. Because the one thing Jah hates, and anytime I hear a person say it, and I'd be like, oh God, Jah gonna have a problem. When it's said they're like an intellectual man. See your face, see the face.
I'm a sapiosexual. Use a sapio what? Intellect to turn you on and your baby daddy can't spell sapiosexual? Your baby daddy need an IEP, but you turned on by intellect? When you go out, are you talking about astrophysics? Nah, stupidity. But use a six. Anyway, she don't trigger me tonight. Yo, she said, hey, I heard that.
For this
I hate that. Every single woman.
Please reach out to the hotline. I'm sorry.
Every single woman say they are turned on by intellect. That is a goddamn lie. That is a goddamn lie. You did not get pregnant because your baby daddy started talking about the Big Bang Theory. You're lying.
Let me offer Connor thing.
Go ahead.
Sometimes in life, when you get a little older and more experienced, you get to refine what you want. So maybe she dealt with a dude that maybe, used to pronounce the L in someone, and then she realized after time that her taste grows, Maybe she likes guys that graduate from Central, now she upgrades to complex. So, people grow.
Me overlooking that complex Central thing, But first of all, you don't still say strawberry. You lie. You ain't no goddamn sapiosexual. You lie. Yo, what can you say? What can you what am I saying? More like a sapo frog? What you are? Yeah, wild tonight. What is that? Yo, greetings. Big up, Michael. If you're just tuning in, woo, I don't even know. We don't get off track. What we were talking about, because DC don't trigger me with the sapiosexual talk. Yeah.
But how Michael ain't say my name? He wants to say, hey, Jah and hey, Daren. Who are everybody?
Jesus Christ.
Am I everybody? Am I everyone?
Jerica Jarvis says, I bought dudes lunch just because. That's them kind of thing I don't understand. Like, how can you how is buying somebody lunch crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like lunch?
Digestible food? Biodegradable
What?
stuff?
There are women that have never done this, and that should be light work. Listen, you know, you ain't even gotta buy it. If you make a dude some lunch, you know how many points that is, girl?
I'm gonna buy you lunch. I ain't gonna make you lunch. I'm gonna buy you lunch.
You putting points on the board.
Buy lunch, I'll take that. Jericho, hey, you know
Hear this one. Soliciting.
Yeah, like buying lunch and I'm not thinking that's basic. That's basic 101 stuff. Like
it's intentional.
Like, no, I agree.
You taking a little part of your day to bring me lunch? Oh,
yeah.
Man. You don't know what I do to me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I'm paying attention to where you're going to eat. I'm paying attention to what you're ordering. I'm paying attention to the things that you drink. I gotta pay attention to the time that you need to have lunch. Like there's a lot of things that go it's not that complicated, to just really take your time if you so wish to and invest in a person. Now, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, but don't expect things that you can't even give in return. Like it's never gonna. I've never seen a person give and a taker. It doesn't work because the giver gonna give and the taker gonna always take.
Facts.
And then at some point they're gonna be like, "Oh, you don't ever do nothing for me. You don't plan no dates. We don't go out." And it's like whatever that conversation may be. And in the beginning you used to buy me lunch, and I'm like, lunch shouldn't be a factor that based the whole relationship on. Like that's what your relationship is weighted on. Lunch, with buying lunch and stuff like. It has to be intention and generosity is my two favorite things because a genuine, generous person will always be generous. Whether he's making 6 or 8 figures or he's making 5, he's going to be generous regardless. And that's the one I value that over everything.
Or
because that goes to the core of a person. That goes to the quality of their personality and their upbringing and their standards and their morals and their values. And those things hold a better weight than anything. You know what?
Someone needs to give it advice for the page. Leo.
Sorry. What happened? I done.
Shit. Nah, you on a roll there, Morpheus.
And if they're not doing that, maybe they don't just like you. They like having access to you, but they don't really like you.
True.
Yeah. And there's some people who just can't be alone. So they will constantly pursue people. When one person falls, they will pursue another because there's people who just genuinely cannot be by themselves. It has nothing to do with their willingness to be with you. They just can't be alone.
That is true.
I got a question for the panel. Let's bring it back around to Valentine's. What is your idea of a perfect Valentine's night? Whoever want to go first. Whoever want to
needs to go first.
It is.
Is this a day I'm planning, or this is just a day period?
You can take it.
What
going on? This is just a day period. Just period.
So just it's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's night.
Night.
Well, the whole day, I mean, it gonna end up at night,
Okay, so for me, if it was a Valentine's night, my favorite idea would be I would link Savior. What is it called? Is it Savior Catering?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm gonna link Savior Catering. I'll be like, I need that little beach ball on the water because kind of vibe, dinner for 2 intimate menus selection kind of vibe. I got hit up, GRC because we need some music on the side playing in the back. Some live music on the side over there. Of course, I'm leaving him little hints and notes where he needs to be, what he wearing, the clothes done laid out, everything done pre-selected. And if I'm in a real good mood, depending on who he be, I might send a car to pick you up. I don't even want you to drive. Just come over here.
I'm saying Corey too. Oh man, that you like right up.
Wow.
Okay.
You know how much man want to be passenger princess. Go ahead.
when he gets to his destination, he have little like handwritten notes along the way, maybe a little memorabilia of things that we've done to remind him of the good times of the love that we have between each other. Of course, we're gonna have, you know, a nice intimate dinner with the music playing. Of course, we're going to have conversation. For people who don't know how to conversate, I would always say make a list of some questions that you want to ask to drive a conversation. That way you don't have to wing it. So I'm a good conversationalist, so I don't need to do that. I'm just giving a little tidbit. You know, once we have our conversation or dessert, we're definitely having a nice walk on the beach. Of course, there's going to be, we ain't going home because there's a room on standby. I know we get to the room, you know, right there, you have a masseuse and you're just getting a nice rub and relaxation after dinner, being pampered and taken care of. Of course, you know, by that time, the tub filling up, so you could go just relax in the jacuzzi, but we can, you know, and wrap up our evening however we see fit.
Listen, I want Neci budget. She got sales budget.
No, she got a big job. You stop playing with Crucian Girl Neci. Big job. She gets stop playing.
I want need that. Man, you just inspire me. Like if she ain't do that for me, she know what.
Don't be going. But how come you look at Neci doing what you do? Neci never do it for you, Daren. Don't say my name.
Oh, I call you there for sure. For sure. And you want to let that V people show you up like that? No, sir.
Hey, well, it's time for date like Daren. Let's see what you guys say.
All right. So reciprocate, right? I think a date starts from the time you wake up. So I would say
we said evening. Don't skip me. Go back to evening. I have to do just the evening alone.
No. Come on, man.
I let you do your thing. You let me do my thing. So it starts from the morning. I think an intimate evening starts from the morning. Those compliments. I can't wait to see you. I know you're gonna look lovely. Send her out some flowers, the flowers that she like. Don't just do red roses because that's the thing that everybody's put out. The flowers that she likes. You could do little things throughout the day. Still communicate with her. I can't wait to see you tonight in that red dress and them heels. So you're doing that, you know, send her her favorite lunch, something. And then in the evening, a really nice, intimate dinner with some nice wine, some nice food. I'll agree. I taken a page out, the hotel room with flower petals all over, candles, really nice music, and we get to enjoy the evening with each other. I think that's a perfect night right there.
All right. So in this scenario, the budget is pretty much whatever, or what we doing? We keeping it realistic, or just
really high?
Waiting on you.
Okay. All right. I don't really have a perfect one. You know, it depends on the mood. But here we go. So the evening would start at a rooftop dinner, candle lights. All right. We have our own private section overlooking the thing. Just me and her talking, conversating. Music played, piano, serenading with singing and stuff. 5-star food, you know, the whole deal, appetizer, you know, entree, all of that, several courses, good drinks, good music. It's just us and we kicking it. You know, after that, we get to after we eat, we could look out, talk some more while we're looking at the view, and the view is beautiful, of course. And then back to the room. The room will be decked out. It'll have a hot tub with water and bubbly filled and the roses on top. She could marinate in there. You know what I'm saying? That's pimping 101. Let the pussy marinate. Right? So I'll put on some soft music, like some candles around the space, and then they'll have like fruits in the spot. We could do what we do, and then, you know, we order what you call that? Room service and stuff. And throughout the night, it's just me and her. When we last the night, in between rounds, we watching TV, we talking, we kicking it, we laughing, eating some fruits. You know what I'm saying? It's an all night experience of just us.
Man,
But yeah, that's it. That's it.
It's a difference budget, man. Sound like I need to be in this.
See, difference budget. Hey, let me see. What she say? What she said? 200,000 OT. What she said? We got in VIPD. We got in VIPD. Hey, that man said it's more like overseas money. that Arab paper. Okay.
No, so Jamal said which job over here saying which job Neci had because I obviously in the wrong field, so that just dominoed everybody else's response.
I see they going sick. Yo, she says she hates roses. What's your favorite flower, Yoshi? What's your favorite type of flower? I know women just love flowers, and that's another thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Help me out here, Daren. When a man says we want reciprocation, does that mean we want the exact same thing we give you, or we're talking about the energy? If I give you roses, give me something I like too. I think people have it confused.
Yeah, I think reciprocation, it just means that, yeah, you can give something back. It doesn't have to be equal value because as men, we're not really expecting that. We just want that level of appreciation, right? So like a reciprocation thing could be like, yeah, I took care of this, fancy date. And the next day you send out lunch to me. Like that's something like the energy, the intention of it. So it doesn't have to be like tit for tat. Like I took you out to dinner, then you gotta do the same thing. It could be like, you knew I wanted this particular thing and it doesn't have to be expensive. It could just be like, hey, I got this for you because, the other night was so great and you had me in my feels and all that stuff. And this, I know you talked about this. I wanted to give you this. So it could be something simple. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It doesn't have to be a match, anything like, or going overboard. It's just, because a lot of times we don't even get, like, she'll say thank you for the date, whatever, and then there's nothing back. So it's like, am I actually doing the right thing? Do you really like me? Like, those are the kind of thoughts that kind of circulate in the back of your head, but like, it's just really about the energy. You don't have to put the same thing back. Just show appreciation, man.
Yeah, I absolutely love more than anything the small inexpensive things. There's a lot of things that I absolutely love that are fairly inexpensive, and I don't mean Neci like Jadica said Neci big. No, I mean like very fairly under like $20 and under.
Like regular
is what
people
I'm talking
expensive.
About. Like fairly there's a lot of things that would just literally brighten my day. That's fairly inexpensive. Because if you're around me enough, you'll see me buying it, you'll see me looking at it, you'll see me using it. So you'll know. And those are the things that I always value. I'm not 100% big on like flowers. So I don't have like I don't hate it, but I'm not like I love flowers over this. But I do love the gesture. Gestures are a huge impact. And I think it's also important which gestures and doing reciprocation is if someone does something and it's not your thing, to show gratitude, but to then steer them in the right direction. Like, exactly. Hey, I know you bought me this, but I can't do like flowery perfumes. But you are right that I do like perfumes, but I like more mild smelling perfumes. Like guiding them in the right direction so that the next time the gift can be of more meaning to you. And I think a lot of us don't do that. We just like, oh, thank you. And then we go tell somebody, oh, you can't believe what he buy me. But instead of educating the person on how to buy gifts for you and teaching them what you would like, or at least paying attention to what they would like. So I think that for me, reciprocation is very important. I'm big on energy. I'm big on vibes. And, once that energy is being shared among us, I don't expect what I'm doing for you to use to do for me, but I expect that the impact is the same.
So Neci, I got a question, right? Okay, you answer the question.
One second. Let me make one point. Just hold it for 1 second. So we were making jokes about the budget and Neci's money and all of that stuff, right? So I said these $1,000 budgets. Listen, if you know what you're doing, you could do it very well. First of all, I got on a Groupon. I've gotten a helicopter ride in Vegas. I've gotten when we were in El Paso, I've gotten a very fancy 5-star restaurant called the Dome in El Paso. You can look it up. The guy did serenade us. It was multiple courses, and we got like flambéed, what food and stuff like that there for $300 and something. So you can do it. Now, what you say?
No, I said they like Jah. That's what's going on there.
No, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Whoa!
Don't do that.
Whoa!
You the one with the show, not me.
You.
But I'm just saying that's a point. Like if you go ahead and you schedule things, and you know what I'm saying, you could make it work if you plan it. But I do want to know if you found out, if you were taken on a date, you enjoyed the date, the experience was amazing. It was like, damn, he went all out, and you find out he used a coupon, would you be mad? But you had a point. Go ahead, Daren.
I will ask you, Neci, you didn't tell us what's your favorite flower. So go ahead and answer that.
I don't have a favorite flower, but I do enjoy flowers. I don't have one that just like I like one over the other. It's not. Okay. I like roses. I like dandelions. I like sunflowers. I like lilies. I like the birds of the what is it called? The birds of the. I forget what it's called. But I like the one that is the stalk, the one that looks like the stalk.
I know what you're talking about.
It's called a bird of something, but I like the concept of flowers and the meaning. I don't have a specific flower.
So you said that in life, so they could go across the street and get. But anyways, I was gonna say.
I didn't say you have to buy it. I just said you asked me a question.
Exactly. You see. Listen.
You could go plaza and buy a vase for $5 and put in a vase and make it pretty, like.
So to your earlier point, this is what I was going to suggest, right? Because I've done this. If you're really intentional about learning about this lady, I'd ask these kind of questions. What kind of flowers you like? What, like, even just those questions, do you like sweet, spicy, or floral perfume? So I asked all those things like colors and all that stuff. So it's like you trying to get to know her. Not saying you're trying to do it to buy her stuff all the time, but you're paying attention, you're being intentional with it, and she sees that you paying attention to her, and then you can use it. So like you said, you want when you get something for this person that it hits, like it have that impact. You don't want something she'll be like, I like it and I appreciate you do it, but this is what I would prefer. Like you want that instant connection, you want that feeling that she draws from it. Cause that impact right there is top notch. But go back to the question you asked just a couple minutes ago.
Oh gosh.
I got to go to these comments first.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, they're going up. They're going sick in the chat. You so right, not on St. Croix for sure, referring to getting Groupons and coupons. The only helicopter ride we got is if you fall off the tide pool. Medevac.
Bye. Oh my gosh.
Communication is key, yo. She says, understanding is key. And effective communication is helpful.
Comprehension.
Yeah. Jerica says it's the thought that counts. Nah, because sometimes it'll be like you need to go back and think some more. Think a lot more about what you just did. That shit was dumb.
Real dumb.
So it says just regular flowers from the grocery store is topping $30. Hey, I can't speak on down there. Me live down there, Like,
listen.
Flowers is an investment.
Right now, in Cashless, are giving the fellas a tip. Cashless get the flowers for $19.99. Don't walk, run, take care of them ladies. See, it does give you
pick up two.
Give you something that you probably didn't know.
There you go, pick up two. Cause guaranteed one of them girl, I don't know, they got a man in jail. She trying to feel special too. Go ahead and get two. I'm just saying, like a woman feels special.
Thank you, bird of paradise. And there was a bird of paradise. Thank you so much,
Tanisha.
Wifey.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so that's
because I don't say
what?
Yeah,
what?
we know. What? Yeah, we know he's toxic.
Yeah, he's toxic. So here's that question now. Would you get mad if you found out your Valentine's night was paid for with a coupon or Groupon? We asking you in the chat too, so go ahead and tap in. Would you get mad? You had a good time now. You enjoyed the experience. Then you find out it was on discount. Would you feel some type of way like he trying to play you? Or it's like that don't matter. It's paid for. Plus, you didn't pay for it.
It didn't matter to me.
Man, look, I gonna stop trying to shrink me down to just VI, you know. I gonna stop that there. I know I ain't get no Groupon. You can still get discounts and specials and stuff down there, I'm sure.
That's true.
The man said, what?
Wow.
What now?
But she's not lying.
You know,
She not,
what are we talking about?
They do beautiful flower arrangements over there. That's not a cop out. They do beautiful arrangements over there.
Yeah, and you get on the spot. Listen, you gonna go, man, boy. I ain't even gonna let that game out right there.
Yeah, I don't care if you use a coupon.
To make me sad. You don't care. I mean, it's paid for. You know what I'm saying?
If I had a great time, again, for me, generosity and intention is super important. That's what you. And I always bring myself. Either people like me up front or they don't. People would tell you all the time, "Oh, when I meet she, I didn't like her or whatever because she came across." But I'm consistently always going to be me, and I don't ever try to change me, because at some point when you get to know the other side of me, then we just have to start over, because the person that you thought you was getting to know wasn't really never me in the first place, and that's a waste of my time. So I hope people don't bring in their representative, like Jah says. I'm bringing their authentic self, because I don't want to waste my time you getting to know you as me, but I'm not really getting to know you. I'm talking to the representative. This is the AI version of when you call them offices and you can't speak to a person. You got to go through the prompt 6 times before you could get to a real person. I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is how you date, and this is how you manage your budget and your expenses because you're dating, whatever that may be, that's on you. If I had a great time, the cost of the date don't change that I had a great time. I had a great time.
Is this how it'll be when I day in the chat? 101.2.
What is Stein drinking? Stein, what are you drinking?
Arrangement and back shots.
That might drinking port wine. It gotta be.
He's drinking a port wine.
That's definitely Taylor Port energy.
He gotta be drinking port. He drinking something.
Oh, we got a deal even better. She said we.
Yeah.
Shoot, if it's something we both enjoy, we doing it again full price. Why we?
There you go.
You gonna pay for the full price then? Why we gotta go back? Like, why we gotta go back full price?
Why wouldn't we go back if we enjoyed it?
Jabari says that's something I wouldn't mention it because it's going to something good. So I'm assuming he's meaning he would not mention that it was a Groupon or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't mention it either, but you know, she might see you.
I don't think it's necessary either.
Yeah,
it could come up. That's what I'm saying. Like the waitress or something might, you know, slip of the tongue. Like, since you're using this discount, we can't. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happens too.
That's true. That makes sense.
That's true, but yeah, I mean, if that is a slip, it's a slip. But it's not just coming up. Like if I buy you a gift, if the bill of the gift comes up, I ain't buying you no more gift. Gift done. Because clearly you're not into for the intention. You're not correcting me or guiding me to something that you might really value or you might really like. So you're worrying about the cost of what I give you versus my intention to try to give you something nice. So then what's my point? I give my friends nice gifts, right, Jah?
Yeah, of course, for sure.
So why would I not do that?
How would it come up?
Yeah, how would the topic come up? She gotta be nosy. I wanna know.
No, but like Sai said, I mean, don't you have to sign in to use a Groupon though? The person, when you go to pay or something, like they ask you for the code. You check what I'm saying? So it can come up. Like that's a thing. But so if you hear
pay for that advance though, right?
Yeah.
You can pay for that advance. I don't have to worry about the bill at all when you get there.
I don't know if you could do that with a Groupon, but for a coupon or discount, you can.
I might
what?
Wait, what?
Say, you wilding. What if you found out the gift was stolen? That's a whole other thing.
Say, what kind of gift?
like a
Like gold
necklace,
bullion? Like what we talking
jewelry,
about?
like jewelry or something. You
Him
just have
said
to say
gold
I have
bullion?
a group on when checking in, so she gonna hear. You see, that's a thing. It's a thing.
Then all I mean is I need to
Hold
go check in before I get my date. Like there's ways around it for some of it, not everything, and you can't always get away. I'm not gonna even pretend like you could
yeah,
always get away,
yeah.
but there's some ways of going around it as well for secrecy. I mean, but Lord, for secrecy.
Security. Okay.
I think I was this
Uh,
cup ain't getting no port, and I was just about to slip up, say some stuff.
what are some examples of gifts for Valentine's? We got men, we got the woman's perspective, we got y'all in the chat. What are some good examples of gifts that you can give to your significant other for Valentine's? And this is just generic. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you're going to buy gifts, if you want to be a good gift giver, you need to make it specific to the person. But go ahead.
So I would say if you took the time and take notes on things that you like, you should do tailor gifts. But things that I've done in the past, like flowers, perfumes, dinners, some experiences and stuff. So like I said, it's tailored to the person. I'm not gonna say this, but I do know one thing that the ladies have clearly said they don't want is the baskets from the road. And them man selling
Wow.
baskets. Them man have said, do not buy me those baskets. And that started around the
Really?
pandemic. Yeah,
Really?
that tradition started from back in Queen Mary, and they just say, no, we don't want that no more.
That's real?
Yeah, that was a real controversy, man.
I missed that because they don't sell out every time.
No, and like I said, I think it's certain things are age appropriate, but I think what they're saying is not so much the basket, right? Is like you didn't put no real thought. You just bought a generic basket from the side of the road, and it may not have the things that I like. So I have done, whereas I did a basket, but it was like custom things that was put in that I knew the person would enjoy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or and there's people here that actually will build up, like you buy the things and they'll build a basket for you. So you could get a basket built for you. But I do support them. Don't buy me no basket at the side of the road.
See, I knew it. I tell you.
Hear me out. Why? One, most of them have Bath and Body Works in a basket. I have enough here. I don't need no more at the side of the road. Because you're gonna buy me, and they ain't buying the new flavors. Them flavors out for years. I'm over those. I don't use Diamond no more. Diamond been out since I was little. I good. Them teddy bear been in storage all year. You ain't even spray them down with some little Lysol before you put them on the side of the road that you didn't sell last year. I saw one this year that I know for a fact was from last year because I took a picture of it because it had a marking on it that I thought was that I mentioned that you should probably get it clean and ain't clean.
Boy.
And I don't have a problem that you're recycling your products because of course it's inventory, you spent money and you want to make a profit off of it. I'm not saying not to recycle. I'm saying do a sweep of your stuff that you're selling, make sure it's presentable and so on and so forth so that you're selling the right stuff. That's all I'm saying. But again, if you customize a basket, I love those type of things. If you're picking up my little favorite things from throughout the year that the chocolate that I like, I like to have this favorite drink from here. I like I don't like to give people things I like, but I love postcards. Love it. I have postcards from since high school. I have a container nice that I have all my cards in that I keep. I love postcards. So if you're doing things, you have to pay attention to what a person likes and you're building on those things. You could give me 5 postcards for Valentine's Day, 5 different ones, and I'd be so excited. But that's me. But there's other little things that I do, so you have to build on what people like. I don't mind a basket being built. I've built custom baskets for men that I've helped people build. I've done baskets for men and given them things that they like because I'm arts and crafty. I know what you like, but I want it to look nice. I can't put it together nice. So I have someone do it. And that's okay. Like you could do those things and it's easy peasy, but I don't care for the side of baskets. That's just Tanisha. Sorry. I love my vendors though.
That's fair. I mean, customizing the basket is always a good idea. Customizing whatever the gift is always a good idea. But I I think that'll be the difference between a good and a bad gift giver. You check what I'm saying? Like, are you
Mm-hmm.
paying attention to what that person likes?
Mm-hmm.
Jericho, what do
Only
you mean
thing I
by
don't want is no little teddy bear.
Y'all,
What you mean by
I'm
what?
offended.
y'all,
I
I
offended
can't
now.
take them teddy bear no more.
I
I can't.
offended now. I
I
offended
take.
now.
I aged out of that. Jerica, we aged out.
I
Okay.
offended now.
Mm,
I offended
mm.
by
Wow.
I gotta put
You
some
talking
respect
to
on the
Mr.
Bears.
Bear himself.
Yeah, I gotta put some respect on the Bears, man. That teddy bear
I
hold you
collected bears
down.
when I was in elementary through high school.
That
Okay,
teddy
I had
bear
over
hold
like
you
100
down.
bears. I passed that. Thank you.
That teddy
Hear
bear
this
hold
one.
you down. It took your tears with a partner, ditch you for some other woman. You was
Jerica,
the entire time.
Deal.
give me it multiple times a day and keep the dusty teddy bear. Okay.
That teddy bear was for you when the man bust your chest. And
What?
he was there. He was there for you. Do not discount the teddy bears, okay? That's all I gonna say.
They done. They
Is it
said they
because
aged out. They
is it because he's not drinking? He going on like this because I think Raven
like he
said it
vexed.
earlier. Psy equal toxic and Aquarius equal walking red flag. So what is up tonight?
In St. Croix, you gotta lock her in the basement and call it an escape room since we don't have those here.
So,
Tanisha Doward says correct. I'm wondering if it's to Sai's comment or something else. Me
I
sure.
hope
My
not.
pin post on my page is a list of gift suggestions. Scratch that.
Nice.
We don't have basements. You gotta put her in a cistern.
Yeah,
Things we don't
Sai.
have in St.
Whoa.
Croix.
Sorry.
There's a hashtag
What's
now.
going on? Sorry, what's
Is
going
the
on?
cistern empty? Is the cistern empty?
That was
Wow.
white lip.
That's the least of her worries. Jamal Burton, another basket I gave you for Father's Day. All right, you know, we gotta do this every year. This is our second or third annual Valentine's Day episode, I think, and we gotta do this every year. I'm gonna let you guys guess. Well, you, Daren, what is not a gift for a man? What's not considered a gift?
Listen, don't hit me with that lingerie with the you gonna give me that same thing that you've been giving me throughout the year. Yeah, that ain't a gift.
Mm.
Now,
Correct.
you go, it could be a part of the experience, but that ain't no gift to me.
Neci, what's not a gift for a man? You
I
want to guess?
mean,
You want to take a guess?
I was gonna say what Darren gonna say. That put you in it.
Exactly. Listen.
I
Oh, I
don't
have
care if you
I'ma say
wax
it
it,
again.
trim it, slim it, bow it, ribbon it.
I have another one.
That
Don't give me
pussy
socks.
is not a gift. I don't give a fuck if you wrap that coochie in Coogee. It is not a gift. If you wrap it in Victoria's Secret, we don't know what the secret is. Don't give. Listen, unless you brought a spare one, do not give pussy
I was
as a
gonna
gift.
say, is two a gift though?
Yes, if you bring a friend, then it's a gift. You get what I'm saying? Then that's like you brought your used one, but you brought a new used car. You check. So now I never driven this one, so that's cool. And I got a clip that we're gonna play. We're gonna run this real quick to show you why.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you shouldn't have done this.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Look on the fucking bag first.
Oh my god, how did you know this is what I wanted?
Because you said, Clint, this is what I want.
Shut up. I'm gonna see what your gift is coming later.
Well, I gotta go to work later.
Well, along with this, you're gonna be getting this bomb ass pussy. What's wrong?
This bomb ass pussy, as you call it, is not a fucking gift. Alright? It's a requirement. That's what I'm supposed to get. It's your duty as my woman to give me the bomb ass pussy every fucking night. And you gonna tell me this is what I get for Valentine's Day? Let me ask you a serious question. How many other ways are you gonna dress your pussy up to make it special on Valentine's Day? What, you gonna put a bow around it and have me take the bow off and be like, babe, come on, don't unwrap the gift, because guess what? The bomb's about to go off. I don't want that shit. Or what else you gonna do? Maybe you gonna shave your pubes and make it look like a heart and an arrow or Cupid or some shit like that? No, I don't want that. You mean to tell me that I wasted my fucking time and my fucking money and I went to the store and got you something, I was thoughtful, kind, sweet, caring, loving, and generous, and you mean to tell me only thing I can do when I walk in here is get some regular ass pussy on Valentine's Day? Are you out of your fucking mind? Imagine if I walked in here and said, hey babe, guess what my gift is? Happy Valentine's Day. My gift is this bomb ass dick, and this shit is dynamite, and it's gonna blow up in your face, or it's gonna blow up in your mouth. You're gonna be upset and look at me the same way I'm looking at you right now, like you fucking out of your mind, like you fucking crazy. You think that I want your pussy as a gift on Valentine's Day? Girl, let me tell you something, alright? I want nice things. I want flowers. I want cards. I want candy. I want a fucking teddy bear. Take your flea-bitten ass to CVS and get me my shit. Be thoughtful. I don't want your pussy for Valentine's Day.
He, at that point, partner, looked like she lucky he returned that mother. You hear me? But yeah, I just like to drive the point home. It is not a gift. All right.
I know.
It is not.
I know.
If you want to make V-Day have a little razzle dazzle, buy me 4 new tires.
Derek, I've had that.
Listen,
That's a nice gift.
I rather pay for the helicopter ride. You overdoing it. You know how much 4 new tires? Girl.
I've got it 4. I got it 4 at once. Not 4 throughout the year, 4 at once.
You need 2 jobs for that these days.
That budget was on. Jeez. Let me find out.
I said I have gotten that. I didn't say I have bought it. I said I've gotten it.
Clearly, Jerry,
as a gift.
So I'm just saying.
You've gotten it as a gift, or you bought it for yourself?
I've gotten it as a gift, and it wasn't for nothing special.
If you find out she's dealing with a man that bought 4 new tires, go ahead and buy out. They're out of your league. You ain't ready to play in that league there.
Why do you like this?
Well,
I'm just saying.
Don't do that. He might not be able to buy 4 new tires, but he might be able to fix my engine if it's going bad. Don't do that. Don't undermine other people.
Fix the engine?
Word.
Because what I'm saying is, okay, he might not buy 4 tires, but he could be a mechanic and he knows to fix the car. Like, don't discourage people like that, John. Like, people do what they can do. That person did what they could do. It wasn't no impact to them.
Hey, I have a question, right? I don't know if DC ever done it. I'm not passing judgment, but I find it weird when girls does buy themselves flowers and have it delivered to their job and pass on like somebody bought them flowers.
Well, do you agree that women should buy themselves flowers if they don't have a man? You think that's a thing they should be doing? If you don't have a person, a significant other for Valentine's Day, should you buy yourself gifts?
I think you should. I think you should absolutely. I think you should 1,000% spoil yourself. What I don't like is, like Daren said, I don't like you to pretend that someone else spoiling you while it's really you bought it and secretly acting like somebody sent it. Like, that's a bit much. I spoil myself. I wouldn't, because how can someone spoil you if you don't even know how you like to be spoiled? I spoil myself because I know how I like to be spoiled. So, but I'm not gonna pretend like someone did it on my behalf. I'm not for the faking and the lying. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
there it is.
I don't write that most.
Thank you, Daren. You said Date Like Daren is back, right?
Oh
yeah, it just got formatted in a way, like it said, takes me out of it. But I am back. I'm back. You see,
you're back. Okay.
I take your advice. Taking me out of it, I just got configured, but it's back.
Okay. So the reason why I asked is because, like, we've had you on the show way back when I had another co-host way back, right? No, it ain't going there. I should have pulled that clip. I forget. Damn, I should have pulled that. I should have pulled that there. But we wondered back then why it seemed like people don't like Date Like Daren. The man been dropping gems. And to show you what we mean, here is a clip of Date Like Daren giving a dating tip. Tell me he ain't dropping bars.
Hey, this is Daren from Date Like Daren. Here's your 3rd tip, right? Let's talk about the first date, right? So if you took time to learn about each other in the talking stage, you'll have the information that you need to create the ideal first date. So, of course, with a first date, you want to create a good impression, right? So, if you took the time to ask questions and learn about each other, you want to create that first date that is ideal for the both of you guys, right? You want to create a good experience. Remember, you want to keep away from all the pressures of other stuff, whether it be sex, relationship, emotions. Your primary focus is 1, to get to know each other, and 2, have a good experience where you guys are both having fun and enjoying each other's time. Nothing else, right? If things happen after that point, then that's great. But do not put that pressure, because it's not going to end well. So, going back to it, fellas, you are in charge here, right? It's your job, if you're courting a woman, to make sure you create the dating experience that both of you guys like, and that you both are having fun. So remember that. So one thing you don't want to do, like I would say my opinion or my recommendation, the movies should not be a first date, because your primary focus when you go to the movie is to watch the movie. You don't get to interact with each other much. It's not going to come with the effect that you're looking for.
See what he's saying? Gems. What I think. What you think, chat? What, he ain't dropping some gems? He ain't spitting bars?
I ain't gonna lie, right? I hate to play back videos on my own phone.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But what do you think about what he said in there, Neci?
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, I think you were dropping some gems in there, Daren.
No,
You were spitting.
I gotta give him a hard time. You know, I gotta give you a hard time. No, but
I know that's your way of showing love, so I appreciate it.
love is a strong word that we don't use.
Oof.
Oh, sorry.
No, but he did drop some. That was really, I would say, Daren, that was really good advice. And I will say that I like your refocusing or rebranding of it, because that should be the intention. I think you kind of got carried away with it initially, which is why you probably, of course I will. No problem. I got you. You got carried away with some of it, and it became less about the date and more about like so I'm glad that you're refocusing, rebranding. I definitely like the approach. And then what you should do is, I think you can make like a tab or whatever in Facebook where people can actually like drop when you do the dates, put where you went, estimated budget of things there, so people know like how much those places cost or what it could cost you, and so forth. The contact, if you have the contact for the business, try to collect that too, so you're really giving people like date on a platter kind of thing, that they can like, oh, I can go to Daren's page and I can get like these places for first dates, and they can just call the places from there, and then businesses that actually do little gifts. And so build it that way. I think that will take you a long way, and I think it'd be more impactful.
I agree.
Listen, this date like Daren could be a whole thing, because you could partner with some of these restaurants and stuff. Like, hey, on this night, can you do a coupon code with DLD? Hey, can you do, if you come as a couple, you could get a meal for this amount. Hey, if you listen up, man, there's so many ways you could do this. You could turn this into a real thing, and plus help businesses and stuff like that. There, you know what I mean? I think it could be dope.
I can even say this.
And Daren, I'm down to help you if you. I said it publicly. And I don't offer my help to people. John know me.
And it's live. So she can't take it back, because I can clip that.
I could take it back. I just saying for right now I'm down.
You know what, John?
I don't know if I'm changing my mind.
To that one of these nights. I actually want to do that, the bioluminescence tour where you get to see the jellyfish in the sea. Yeah, I want to do that one of those days. But I will say this. Like, I'm not a person that likes to brag, really and truly. But I've actually had influence. Like now, I did a speed dating event a couple of years ago, and now it's become a regular occurrence, right? There was a couple other things that a suggestion that was made to a certain venue and they do it on a regular basis. So I've had some impact, right? And I'm not an egotistical person. I actually do my best to keep my ego in check now. That was something that I definitely work on in therapy and stuff. But yeah, I would say I definitely have some influence while date like Daren.
That's what's up. Yeah, and even if people still, hating, use that hate, feed off of it too, because that could be your catapult too, because they're gonna always be those. You know what I'm saying? Tanisha said, "Let me come on the show so I could give me advice too." Girl, you didn't see her. She didn't see her.
Why figure you need to come on the show?
She got too much woman from right here anyway.
She has just enough that she needs. I support her. I support my wifey 100%.
Of course.
Okay, and I did see Sly trying to cause problem the other day. In the morning show, which you should be tuning in every morning. If you haven't, you got to check out Ru FM in the morning for the Bush Tea. And he was trying to cause a problem between, but we solid over here, so ain't no problems over here.
All I know is the person definitely verified it too.
There was?
Hey,
they verified
the other person.
Absolutely. I don't have, that's wife. She
wait. Bring up that comment again. What that was like? Yeah.
Sound like I need some tips. Sound like we need some advice from Tanisha. That's what it sound like. How to keep your woman happy. How to keep your woman happy. Why are you playing games? How are you to do that? Shark tip.
What is it?
I don't know what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about.
And he said he drank for 30 days. Is this the withdrawal? What is this?
It gotta be. All right. Speaking of what is this? We have a segment on the show where we play a clip and we get the guests to explain what's going on. And this is called What Going On, yeah. So that's what we're gonna play.
Let's do it.
Because Daren, you got some friggin' explaining to do. Please tell us what going on, yeah.
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me.
Yeah. You got some explaining to do. What the fuck going on there?
Oh, man. You don't miss
Okay, What happened here, sir?
So what had happened was
Mm-hmm.
it was just a hilarious thing that I just came up impromptu, no real discussion. And I was just having fun with it. That's all it really was, to be honest with you. I was not expecting that. You don't miss nothing at all.
No. So there's several little back and forth banter between you and East Girl. So you just decide this is what I'm gonna do. The little white hands with the black face and the big head East Girl. Okay. All right.
It's the quivering lip for me.
I want to know what were you thinking, bro?
I was just having fun. That's just me. That's my personality.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, me and East have a little banter, but it's free.
That's what's up. Do you know who East Girl is?
Maybe.
Here it is one.
Maybe not. I got it.
Okay.
Is it a secret?
That's fair. Is it still? Nobody don't know yet?
I know.
Well, hey, till next time. All right. So now, final words, please. Daren, what would you like to leave our listening audience with? Also, before you go into your final words, give them your socials. If you're bringing back the date like Daren page, tell them where and when they could find it. You know what I'm saying? And then give us your final words that you want to leave us with.
So Page is still under construction. I still haven't decided a name yet, but like I said, I wanted to take the Date Like Daren part out. So I just gotta find the right name, but it's still there in existence. I will tell you guys, you can find me Daren Georges on Facebook, DGVI21 on TikTok and Instagram. But I want to drive everybody to Dialogue 340. Please check out the podcast.
There it is.
It's amazing stuff. You listen, we have a whole bunch of conversations that's coming out. Like the last one we did that came out was Carnival Wrap Up. We had Eliana Schuster Brown, we had DJ SI, you see him in the comments, we got Shanice Wilson, and we got Stephanie Shalana Brown. And it's going to be that I guarantee everybody is actually now on TikTok. So it's on Facebook, the episode, now on TikTok. Check it out. It got more episodes on the way. You have to go check it out. You know, we cooking over here. We cooking, we grilling, we frying, we putting in the work.
Nice.
But final thoughts about Valentine's and everything. Go on dates, people, please, for the loving God. Joseph's stepson, whoever it is, you know, go on dates, please. Get to know each other. Stop doing the talking, then eventually go to sleep and have kids cycle. Please go on dates. Figure out if this is your person. Figure out if you like this person. Let's break the cycle. Really and truly, I always believe the cornerstone of all healthy relationships start with some form of dating and courtship. Please do it, because I really want love for all of us, right? We need healthier relationships. With healthy relationships comes better things economically for all of us. We have a better family structure. We're raising healthy people. Hopefully both parents are healthy. We're just going to have an overall better society if we date and be more intentional with each other. That's my final words.
Boom. Well said. Well said. Sai asks, what are you talking about? Date Like Daren is the name. Go look up the page Date Like Daren. Tell me if you find it. Tell me if you see it. See, you think that's the name. Go look it up. So if you're bringing the page back, are you bringing it back, sir? Let us know.
I'm bringing it back. You're bringing it back. Because remember, we was talking about taking Daren out of the equation and focus more on dating. The part I got to figure out.
Okay. So, and remember, me, you, and Gio had talked about a thing where you would get with the restaurants. I want to put the thing out there where it would have been an event. You gonna do that?
I gonna definitely work on it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm back.
And what about the dating in the VI page? I see that's still active. Are you still rolling with that?
No. So here's the interesting thing. The Date Like Daren, I actually started to use the name dating in the VI, but like I said, there's something off about that. So I just want to the emphasis is dating, but like I said, I want it to be focused more on the dating, not so much what I doing.
No, I'm talking about the dating in the VI, the group.
I know which page you're talking about, and that hasn't been yeah. So, but I was saying I changed the name from Date Like Daren to Dating in the VI, but I still haven't figured it out. I gotta make it work. So I still trying to figure that. Yeah.
Got you. And Neci, do you have any final words for the people?
Of course I do. Daren, I do agree with Sai, though, before I give my final words, that I think you should keep your name in it. But we could play around with that off air. I think it's important to keep it tied to you in some regard. But my final words would be, thank you guys for coming to our Valentine's Day show. We appreciate you guys so much and joining us. For those of you who are in love and ready to celebrate on Friday, I hope you guys have an amazing time. I hope the energies are reciprocated. I hope that it's met with love and generosity, and I hope that it brings you joy. For the others, for the rest of us, where are we going? Where are we going? Just tell me where we're going. I know where to meet your Friday. We're going to drinks, where we bar hopping. DM me, so I know where to meet you, okay, on Friday night. But
Valentine's into Galentine's. Y'all for the single women that don't want to really interact with guys, didn't y'all turn Valentine's into Galentine's?
I don't do all these metaphorical names. Like it's Valentine's for the
Hey,
people who
listen,
in love and want to celebrate
what
together.
is it, you know?
We outside. It's the rest of us, we outside. Okay. But of course, if you know where to find me, you can follow me on Facebook at Jah and Neci, on TikTok at Jah and Neci, and I'm on IG as Melanin Neci. So, I dip out. Oh, and see Ayo Saturday at Bojo. I hope Ayo come with all your real partners because it's gonna be on fire. I don't want to hear my music. I don't want my favorite song get stuck because Ayo, the new girl, show up because the other one did it with she other. I don't want no problem at Bojo.
Oh,
So please
shit.
bring your authentic dates to Bojo so we could enjoy our show.
Woo. All right. Well, that was spicy. As you can see down below, this is a banner. You can follow us on YouTube at VI_very_own. On TikTok, I don't know. TikTok is kind of a flop right now because I can't get back on the phone. It's still there. You can go watch the old stuff.
Ruining my vibes with that.
On TikTok at same_difference_pod. On Instagram at same difference 2022. And now we're on fan base. It's just same difference. As for Valentine's Day, well, listen, there's a lot of things going on the Big Island for sure. You get events this weekend up until like the 16th. So go ahead and pick something. Nobody can say ain't nothing to do because there's plenty of things to do. And we're going to keep you posted on the Same Difference page where we're more active, which is the Facebook page, right? It's just Same Difference. And Sunday, we got another live episode. We have a special guest coming on. We're talking financial wellness. That is Sunday between 3 to 5. That's Eastern time in the States, or 4 to 6 in the VI. So that's AST time. So show up there. You want to learn some tips, tricks about financial wellness, life insurance, stocks, investing, all of that. We're going to be talking about it. What else? Thursday, we got another episode on Thursday. That's 2 days from now. Yeah. Thursday, 2 days from now, we got Keita Polian and Tizzy coming through. 2 local VI artists that are hot, up and coming. They got new songs they want to debut. Come through them too. As for Valentine's Day, man, listen, fuck love. You know me, fuck love. You hear what going on in Iraq? Strap up, bold responsibly, get tested. And that's it for me. This has been another great episode of Same Difference. Peace. We out.